Good evening, Australia. Welcome to Psychic TV International. Yes, I look like a gay Christmas tree, but it is the theme tonight. It is a Christmas special. Our guest psychic tonight is Psychic D. Now, for those that are watching, hi Kelly, hi Anna, do say hello. So, housekeeping, as you should all know by now, but just in case, I will remind you. For a reading tonight, all you have to do is like and share this page, and in the comments, mention that you have liked and shared, and then add your question. So, for example, like and shared, will I move house soon? We have a beautiful psychic on tonight. So, we're going to actually do things a little bit differently because I'm hosting. And hey, I thought, you know what, it's Christmas. Let's get into the spirit and do things a little different tonight. So, hi, Deanne. Hi, Robert. Hi, Anne. Good to see you on there. No, so Harry T. So no, I'm not Harry T. As much as I would love to be, I'm not. I am my own person, of course. Um, so basically, Harry's back next week. So Harry's back next week, and that'll be the final show for the year. So tonight's a Christmas special. Next week will be a New Year's Eve special. Harry is hosting next week, and that'll be our last show for the year. And then he will be back on January 11th. So between next Thursday, there'll be no show until January 11th. So next week's the last show. Then there'll be a break for a week, and then Harry will be back with actually myself. So Harry and I are doing a special one-on-one show on Jan 11. So you have my pretty face back again as well. But tonight we are doing things a little bit differently. So rather than having two psychics on tonight, we just have one psychic that's available tonight, and that's the beautiful Miss Psychic D. We love her so much. So we have her on tonight. We're going to do a bit of a chat. We're going to do some readings. We're going to have a bit of a laugh, a bit of sort of reminiscing, talking about next year. So definitely send in your questions. So like and share, and then type in your question in the comments below. But if you have any other sort of general questions that you just want to ask about, we're going to just have some fun tonight, basically. I might even do some readings as well. So if you want a reading with me, let us know in the comments. I'll be happy to do some readings as well if you would like. We're just going to have a bit of fun. So sit back, relax, turn on those Christmas lights, put on those Christmas carols, and let's welcome our guest psychic, Miss Psychic D. Hello.
Hello. You want to go? La, 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 la.
We'll save the caroling for later.
Okay. Best.
Love the outfit. And by the way, for those that are watching, we didn't even plan this. This was not scripted. This was not rehearsed. We just happened to both, must be psychic channeling. We just decided to dress up.
Yeah. Got to get into the spirit.
We do.
Especially after the year we've had.
Yeah, exactly. No, we'll get into that. I've got a couple of questions for you, and we're going to have a bit of a chat tonight. But for those that are wanting a reading with you, just remind everyone about how you work as a psychic.
Alrighty. I'm a natural conduit for spirit, so I share pure spirit-led wisdom to those who ask. I'm a psychic intuitive, and I'm a law of attraction practitioner. So my forte is self-development, personal empowerment, and I've got the ability to tap into individual energies, and spirit will show me what they see possible for them in the future. So, and then I help in my shamanic ways, help shift energies so they can call in what it is that we see as possible for them later on down the track.
Definitely. And I know in the past you've mentioned The Secret, and you've worked or trained with those that have dealt with The Secret. So tell us a little bit about that experience.
Yeah, I was actually certified by Joe Vitale from The Secret. So I did that through the Global Science Foundation in America. That was about 5 years ago now. So ever since then, like I used to think the law of attraction was all selfish work. I was about
to ask you, so since doing that, what changed and shifted for you?
It was a little bit of the scientific and physic knowing that what you put out there in your frequency is as real as gravity. So everyone knows that gravity is real, but no one can see it. No one can know. No one can explain it unless you are a physicist or whoever does that sort of thing. But it was really my mental health that led me down that path. For some reason, it just connected with me because I found, working with psychiatrists and psychologists, because I do have CPTSD and other humanly things. It just resonated with me. So I just started learning about it more, and I started applying it. And then all of a sudden I was manifesting all these great, wonderful things in my life. And
Perfect.
yeah, I got the proof myself, and it got me passionate to help other people do the same.
I love that. I love that. And yeah, look, I definitely can resonate and relate on a lot of levels because I like myself and still kind of currently I find myself not not trusting, but just forgetting about how powerful manifestation can be. So
Absolutely.
I will constantly like say, "Oh, I don't have enough money," you know, or it's like I'll just constantly stress about money, and it'll be like, I don't know how I'm going to do this, blah blah blah. And then I have to catch myself and go, no, because if I'm putting that out there, I'm not going to have any. I'm not only going to see it as that. So it's what really quick trick or not trick but I suppose tip that you could give someone like myself to change that sort of mentality to go, I do have enough even if I don't personally believe it. How do you convince your mind, like how do you get out of that headspace and go, you know what, I don't believe it but I have to sort of, yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, absolutely. At the end of the day, it is understanding and knowing that the law of attraction is real and is at play, and our thoughts create our things. So I always recommend people that this it does sort of have to be a bit of a lifestyle. It's not just a practice and a process that you just apply when things do get tough or they do get hard or anything like that. So I always recommend for everybody when they first start is to choose 3 daily non-negotiables for themselves. So for me, I love the 369 where I write 3 affirmations in the morning. I repeat them at 6 times in the afternoon, and then I do 9 times at night. So,
Okay.
and it is honestly just consistency because everybody's belief system is programmed. The older you are, the harder it is to shift. But it's just your chronic thoughts that have created these belief systems. So we just got to slowly just start shifting those thoughts. So it's great that you can catch it when you're aware of it, but it's about sort of getting a little bit ahead of it and start pre-paving your
Yeah.
energy
And I
beforehand.
suppose
So
too, it'll be a little bit about, like they say, about creating a habit. It take 28 days to form a habit. So I would
yeah,
imagine that sort of mentality and sort of thinking is just developing a new habit, and then it gets easier. I would imagine down the track.
absolutely, absolutely.
Definitely. All right, hold on to that thought. We've
All
got
right.
reading questions coming through, so we
Woo!
better get started on them. So thank you to everyone. There, I should probably mention I didn't do it at the start. Whoops, bad host. So we do have psychics currently online. If you do want a detailed reading through psychictvinternational.com, Amazing Grace available on 9888, Jennifer available on 9142, Natalie Norm Baker available on 9810, and Psychic Sandy available on 9108. They're available to take your call right now. But we're also here to have a chat, bit of fun, festive it up a little bit. And if you do want a question answered by Psychic D, just like and share the page, mention that you have, and add your question to that, just like Stephanie has done. I would love a reading for the next 2 months. Oh, she said from Lisa, hopefully, but Lisa's not going to be on tonight. So you've got Psyche D instead.
Yeah. It's all good. There's going to actually be a really good shift in your work sector, Stephanie. I don't know whether you're expecting a pay rise or some unexpected income. There's something significant with an increase in your abundance in the next 2 months. Spirit just said for you, Stephanie, you might have to get out of your head and into your heart a little bit more. Money mindset would be really, really an area which you could probably focus on a little bit more. But Spirit just wants you to know, darling, that you're finishing an old cycle. You're just definitely wrapping up a cycle, and the catalyst for your change will come in when you get either a work offer or some type of financial offer. So keep working at what you're working on, they said, because there's going to be some financial abundance attached to that. Yeah, shift of money, February, March.
Perfect. Sounds like what I need to do. Shift my negative to money. That's what you know what I've done? I've attached fear to money. That's what I've done.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I've
Easy to
made,
do, though.
oh yeah. So I've just got to shift that. And I'm sure there's a lot of people, especially this time of the year, all fearing the money. And the one thing that I find hilarious, and also one thing I'll never understand, is why we stress over this time around Christmas. It's like, yes, I understand there's a society pressure around, you see it advertised and it's a big deal, whatever. But at the end of the day, what we do on Christmas, we have a dinner with the family. Don't we do that normally during the year? Don't we cook for our
Exactly.
family? Don't we eat as a family? Why is it different on Christmas Day, and why does it have to be stressful when we do it all year round? That's the part I don't understand. I don't know. Maybe it's just me.
I think it's at different levels in faith systems as well.
Of course.
So
Yeah.
usually,
I
all the
look.
spiritualists I know are the same. It's like, why do you need that one special day to celebrate life and everything in between? So
Yeah,
I'm
it's a,
I'm picking
but
up
I
there.
have the same view on Valentine's Day. Like I
Yep.
refuse to celebrate Valentine's Day because why? Because Hallmark said that we had to. You should
Yeah.
be loving and gifting all year. Like I just
Cupid
and then
told you to.
yeah, and then Coca-Cola told us to celebrate Christmas. So, it's just if you
Oh
actually look
yeah.
if you
And
look back on
Nike
the
says just
marketing,
do it.
yeah, and look, we could be here all night, but you know what? We have no none sponsored. Let's put it that way.
Yeah, yeah,
Here
exactly.
we had to do readings. Kelly has said that we love your lives. Diana has said that you are the best. We know that. Psychic D
Oh,
is
thanks, Diana.
beautiful. All right, we're going to move on and if you are just watching and you want to sort of ask, don't have a sort of a psychic question as such, but you just want to ask us as, I mean, I can do some readings as well, but if you'd like to know about more about manifestation or changing attitudes or things like that, we're happy to tackle those questions as well as like a general sort of open mic type question as well.
Yeah.
So, Veronica is saying that this show tonight is amazing. People have been saying the vibes are really good tonight. Um,
Excellent.
so let's move on to your next question from Anne. She has said, Misaki D, I would like to ask if you see my friendship with my male friend, will that develop into a relationship next year? He lives long distance.
All I can say in relation to the energy you speak of, Anne, is there is a possibility. There is a possibility, but they have some karma that they need to clean up a little bit first. I feel like the masculine energy needs to sort of balance out their energy. There's something going on. I don't know whether this is work or financial related, but there's something going on in their life as to why you guys haven't aligned. I have to say I see possibility, but I wouldn't attach myself to it. Mm, I have to say that I feel like you may have someone new in between the possibility. So don't hold yourself back from love and getting yourself out there and anything like that, because it could be a little while for the other energy to come up to speed to where you are. So what you do with that, Anne, is totally up to you. But I think there's someone in between.
Beautiful, beautiful. I think it's especially tonight and this time of the year too, I think the questions tend to be quite themed. Everyone wants to know how different next year is going to be. And I think you'll agree with me when I say that, that's also up to you individually. You can make it the most
Mhm.
amazing year by just doing it, you know. Um, a lot
Exactly.
of a lot of people still, I think, expect that silver plate mentality of, it's gonna happen for me or around me. And it's like we still have to do the work, you know.
Exactly. We're all creators of our own reality, whether people like to admit that or not.
No, exactly, exactly. So thank you for watching tonight. It is a little bit different. We're having just a bit of a solo, fun, chill, Christmassy thing. I'm happy to even do some readings. So if you want a reading with me, I'm happy to do one. Just in the comments, in your question, just write my name. Otherwise, I'll pass it on automatically to Miss Psyche D. But if you would like a reading with me, just mention my name so I know that you're after, and why not? I'm feeling festive.
Yay!
Do you have any Christmas traditions or anything that you do?
No.
Absolutely not.
No. Well, my Christmases have been a bit different because of the trauma that I've experienced over the last couple of years since losing my mum and brother. So I've had very quiet Christmases. This is actually awesome for me because it shows me how much I've healed my CPTSD, and I can actually feel the excitement now this year. So it's a bit different for me.
Maybe you can start your own new traditions.
Yeah, that's right.
And do you do anything leading up? I know spiritually I do, but do you do anything leading up to New Year's?
I tend to start pre-paving my energy and preparing things probably more so from the end of October. So
Oh,
I
okay.
just tap into the thought process or the visualization of what it is I'd love to manifest in the real world. But most of all, I really encourage everybody that if you don't know what that looks like for everybody, tap into the feeling of it. So 'cause you'll only want what's outside of yourself in the physical world because of the feeling that it'll give for you. So more money, yay, I've got freedom.
Ah, yes.
Love, yeah. So relationship, partnerships, oh, I feel loved. It's we all want everything outside for the feeling. So tap into the feeling first. And
And that's the thing. We kind of touched on it a bit earlier. I do apologize. I'm just throwing all these questions at you,
no,
but
go for it.
we kind of quickly touched on it. So, how do you, or what advice would you give to someone? I'm trying to think of the wording around this. The more the psychological side of it. So, you know how you said about tapping into your feeling. What if you don't trust that, or what if you struggle to believe what it is you're feeling? How do you get over that hurdle, or what do you suggest?
I think if anyone struggles with their feelings, it's not your intuition.
Ah, good. Yeah, good one.
It's usually programmed by something that's um yeah, psychological or just fear. Fear, we'll just give a general for this, but it's usually a fear that's making it messy. But when it comes to the energy and the stream of it, 9 times out of 10, it's just your indicator, emotional indicator that what you think you want or the path that you're on, you're just not up to speed with that yet. You're not in alignment with it. So
Right.
that's why you'll hear most spiritualists say, just come back to your now, take a deep breath. Remember that all you have is now. Remember that energy is fluid and stuff like that. I don't even know whether that just answered your question, but maybe someone needed to hear that.
No, I just yeah, no, I think yeah, no, it did, and I think anyone that can resonate to that will have that answered for them as well.
Yeah. It's a holistic thing. This is it as well. Like if you've got the fundamental knowing about the law of attraction, basically you're one big magnet, and what you put out there vibrationally through your thoughts and feelings, it comes back to you.
Yeah,
So there's
perfect.
it's yeah, that's the easiest nuts and bolts way, but there's
Yeah,
a lot of influences because you talk to people, you have influential people. As empaths and that, we have trouble because we're getting other people's stuff as well, and
yeah,
yeah, so.
it's messy, or it can be.
Oh, it can
It's
be. Yeah,
just
definitely.
um okay, beautiful. Let us know if that resonates with you. If you want us to answer any sort of questions, I'm talking to the viewers, obviously. You directly, yes, I'm talking to you. I'm looking at you right now. Don't be scared. I can't see you. Spiritually, maybe. But yes, if you have any general questions that you want us to answer or anything that you just want to know, feel free to post them in the comments as well. We're here to have some fun for the next 40 minutes. So definitely very spiritual vibes. So people are loving the vibes tonight. So thank you. I mean,
Oh,
I'm glad
cool.
people are liking this because I wasn't sure. We weren't sure. Like, Lisa unfortunately had troubleshooting issues, so Lisa was supposed to be on as well. So because of that, we're kind of just going with spirit tonight,
That's
basically.
it.
Just like Diane has asked, like and shared. Today is my late daughter's birthday. She'll be 30. Oh, hang on. This is more of a meet. You don't do mediumships, do you?
Not really, no.
No. Um, Maybe Diane. So yeah, I should have probably pointed that out earlier. So we don't do mediumships tonight. So if you want to ask another question, we'll have production look out for your next question. So if you want to ask another question, Diane, and we'll have Psychic D definitely help you there. But unfortunately, we don't just do mediums tonight. So yeah, I should have said that at the start. We no mediumships tonight. So we'll move on. So, but Diane, feel free to ask another question in the comments. All right, Lisa has asked, will I get a trade in? I would like to know, will I get a trade in and will I get a decent car?
Well, as soon as you asked your question, I saw the color red and I heard beep beep. So I'll take that as a yes. Um, yeah, this is actually going to come in really quickly, really, really fast. Spirit just wants you to know that yes, it's going to happen. But once again, it seems to be coming up about tapping into the expectancy that it is going to happen for a lot of people. So from a psychic point of view, yes, it's definitely going to happen. And it's definitely going to happen before the end of February, March. But at the end of the day, we need to, Lisa and everybody else need to say, I love my new car. It's on its way. Geez, it feels good to drive my new car. It's clean, it's spick and span, play the music, drive your current car like you're, like it corners on rails. Just pretend you're driving your new, like, we have to go into the fantasy of it. But to answer your question, Lisa, yes, you're definitely going to have the trade-in. You may actually get a little bit more than you think. But I see a new car and I see it being red. I don't know whether you want an all-wheel drive or anything like that, but that's what they're showing me.
Okay. And I'm fighting the temptation to not break out into a Wiggles song. Big red little car.
Why don't you?
Chugga chugga, big red car. Anyway.
We're all friends here. You can sing.
Yeah. No, we don't want to lose followers. Thank you for that. That was really good. So we've got cool, Veronica. So Veronica's actually asked for a reading with me, so I'm going to jump in and do one. So Veronica would just like to know what's in store for me. I'm going to quickly reach over because I did not really plan for this. Grab my cards and do a quick quick reading for Veronica. I just want to know what's in store for me. I think for you, Veronica, there's definitely some real big positive shifts happening around you, especially towards February next year. I am straight away being pointed to your work sector, so I am seeing work being changed. I don't know if you've already gone through a change and you've not liked that change, or you're going through some form of, I feel like there's like a current change, like a current energy change around work, and it's not working, or it's not feeling like right, or I don't feel settled about that. So I'm about to go through another change. If that hasn't happened yet, there might be something coming up. I mean, there's only like, what, a week or two left of this year, but there's something really current. But they're saying to start to really clear away what no longer serves you. So I feel like whatever you've got going around, and they're really pushing the work sector with you at the moment, whatever's no longer serving, whatever's no longer working, whatever's no longer feeling right for you, just get rid of it. Don't hesitate, don't overthink it, don't hold on to dead energy. Make sure you really remove what needs to be removed around you at the moment. That's going to help you see things clear and make clearer decisions that you need to make. I really do feel like this is around your work sector. So it could be that the work that you have now needs to go, so new and fresher and more positive energy work can come in for you. I am getting pushed more February, so it's probably going to be what you're doing between now and February, the work that you're going to do to change that and fix. And I don't want to use the word fix, or maybe, yeah, I will actually, to fix the situation. And other objects, I feel like you collect. I don't know if you're a hoarder or you collect things, but what people don't realize too, and Saki D will probably understand this, is objects have energy too. Everything has energy, not just humans. Objects, houses, walls, wallpaper, curtains, everything has to absorb. Everything's energy based. And if we're in a sort of a negative headspace, or we've had a crappy day at work or whatever, we take that home. That energy has to go somewhere. So usually it gets absorbed into the walls, and then it becomes residual energy where it just starts bouncing around and then bounces back onto us. And so if you might think, oh, I just can't get out of this headspace, or I go to work and I come home and I can't seem to shake, it's just crappy. And it's because you might have had a really good day, but you come home and feel like, oh, that day was wasted because I feel crappy again. It's because your home is bouncing back that energy onto you. And with you, Veronica, I feel like that's what's happening around you at the moment with your workplace. I just feel like all this negative energy is bouncing around and you don't realize that you're just around it. Sage and things do help. Crystals, clear quartz, amethyst and things like that, black onyx crystals to have around will absorb all that energy as a short-term sort of band-aid fix until you start to make those big changes yourself. But that's definitely what needs to happen, and it's more just the doing now. Start clearing, start getting rid of whatever no longer serves you, and you'll just feel the difference. And hope that
that was a wonderful explanation.
Yeah, I always have like I've got my clear quartz that I always wear, and then I've got black onyx around the house, and I sage, and they're good. They work, they do their job, but people think that they can just rely fully on them, and it's like their energy too, and they need help and healing as well.
Absolutely.
And crystals get tired too, so we need to cleanse and help them as well. So yeah, I always say grab, what you need, sage crystals, whatever. They'll help you. They will definitely support you, but don't fully rely on them. You've got to start making changes yourself, and that's what people don't realize, or just, yeah, whether it's laziness or fear or uncertainty. Yeah, it's
Yeah,
hard, but
absolutely.
it gets easier. It gets a lot easier. Um,
And for
yes,
everybody
goddess.
that's going through their spiritual awakening at the moment, so they're starting to understand that they may have a gift, or you start using their four clairs, their clairvoyance, clairaudience, clairsentience, or claircognizance. I would really recommend also black obsidian, because
Oh yes.
that's been my saving grace over the last 3 or 4 months, because I'm getting more active out there. I'm under a lot of psychic attacks. So if especially with the kids, get them a little bit of black obsidian to put in their room and that, because the kids are really becoming enlightened. Like yeah, their intuitive selves expanding big time at the moment.
Yeah. And always say a little bit of amethyst near your bed as well really helps you sleep at night. Keeps you that protection going. So, um, yeah, and I only started doing that in the last sort of year, and I've noticed a difference. Like you do, it's the energy does change. People like, even if you
Absolutely.
don't. I always say to people, if you don't believe in crystals, that's fine. Prove me wrong. Put one in your room, give me a month, and come back to me, and let me tell me if you feel the difference. And 9 times, if not 10 out of 10 times, people come back with, "Wow, what a difference!"
Yeah, absolutely.
Because the crystal doesn't care if you don't believe in it; it's going to do its job anyway. Like
Exactly.
the crystal doesn't judge. you know. All
Um,
right, I'm going to give you another question.
okay.
There is so many to pick from, which is fantastic. We've had a
Cool.
influx of questions come through, so thank you so much. We probably won't get to every single one of them as much as we would love to, but if you do resonate from a reading tonight or something that we've said, definitely take that on board, as well as Psyche D has said. That feeling and trusting that feeling as well. I'm going to, yeah, and no mediumship questions. I'm seeing a couple of mediumship questions coming through, so no mediumships. All right, I'm going to give you any, meeny, miny, mo. I'm going to give you. They're all very much the same sort of general question. I'm going to give you Kim. I'm drawn to Kim. Didn't want to come up. There we go. Could I please have a general idea what is coming in for me for the next few months? Thank you.
Kim. I just, it's so funny because this feels so reversed to me, but they literally just said get out of your heart and into your head. Usually they say get out of your head into your heart, but I feel like I need a bit of a reversal happening here. So this energy can sometimes happen if I'm reading for an energy that romanticizes a lot of things. You know what I mean? They always see the good in people. No one can do anything wrong. They're the sweethearts. I call them the sweethearts. But that sometimes there's a time to also be a little bit more logical and use discernment and, yeah, lead by thought. But what's coming in for Kim? There's two things. You're either going to meet someone new in your travels. I'm not sure what your relationship status is. If you are coupled, it could be the fact that you and your partner go away somewhere. They're showing me travel, and they're also showing me a connection coming in. You also have a contract that you will be signing within the next 3 months, and it's something that you'll be very passionate about. They just literally told me the words passion project. So you may have an idea and start investing some time and energy into it, and it actually will take off. There is something that holds you back though, because I feel like I keep myself in a self-imposed prison sometimes. So this could be worry, fear, um, not good enough, anything of that nature. But Spirit wants you to know that they hear your prayers. Your prayer is going to be answered. And there's something they just keep showing me, you possibly traveling with a counterpart, or if you're single, meeting someone and going traveling together. Or if you are partnered now, you two going on a because they're thinking of that big jet plane. Jet plane. Yeah. So there's good things coming up for you, but I think I need to use my mind, my head a little bit, not my heart.
And sometimes we do. It's true though. Sometimes we need to be logical and not emotional.
Yeah, yeah. I get this with my people
Definitely.
pleasers a lot. The ones I coach and mentor that like to please and romanticize. And but they didn't mean that. And they make the excuses for poor behavior and stuff like that. It's a fine line, different for everybody. But yeah, sometimes you just got to sit there and, yeah, got to use your noodle, eh?
Yeah, definitely. Lisa has given you some feedback because I was actually looking at a red car, though I'm trying to stay away from them.
Ah,
Thanks ever so much.
that's gold.
So
So
maybe you
what
need
I
to look
want to
back
tell
into
you.
them. So, and then Veronica's given me some validation. She said, I resonate with this. I need to get rid of any negative energy and more decluttering. Yeah, I can't say I have to. I'm sleeping on a couch at the moment. I couldn't declutter anymore if I tried. But I went through, but like I had to declutter because of my living situation. And it's such a rewarding, like, just, yeah, such a great feeling just to release and get rid of just crap, you know,
Absolutely.
because it does. It hold, like, people don't realize objects hold on to energy.
Yeah. Yeah. Especially those
So,
like me who like to go thrift shopping and go to antique
oh,
stores and all
see,
that sort
I
of stuff.
can't. I can't. I used to love that, and then I was like, I mean, I cleanse and do all that, but still, like, I just, yeah, I find that I can't do that anymore because I just feel too much.
Wow, there you go.
So as much as I would love to, you see some amazing treasures, I just can't. Um, yeah, I just physically can't do it. Um,
I just heard you
all
will
right,
again, so I don't know what that means.
yeah, because I'm poor. Um, don't have a choice. All
You
right,
need them
I'm
for
gonna give.
props.
Yeah, smart. I
Anyway,
like that. Subtle.
another story for another day.
Um, yes. I'm going to give you one of our regulars, Andrew, who has asked anything on spirit. I, and shit, Spirit said something will happen in 2 months. So is there anything to look out for in early next year?
All right. I watch these lives even when I'm not on, and Andrew's got such a beautiful energy when he
Yeah.
pops up. So yeah, I'm glad it's my turn. I don't think I've read for you before, but oh, I just heard, hey, boss daddy. I don't know whether you have you ever wanted to make your own money or live a more freedom-based lifestyle or something of that nature? They say boss daddy to me because that's my symbology for someone becoming a boss. So whether you get promoted into a boss or you become a manager or something of that nature, but you need to know, Andrew, that it's going to be a financially rewarding year for you in 2025. Isn't it just with the Ace of Pentacles here? Yeah, just soothe and soft and try not to put too much pressure on your emotional self and try not to put the cart before the horse. But you're going to be surprised and delighted with some sort of financial assistance or abundance or windfall that's going to allow you to invest in something that you want to do. It's something that you've been thinking about doing for quite a while. And there could be some travel involved in it as well. They showed me an Australian map and I'm throwing a dart at it. So I don't know whether you want to go traveling somewhere or something, but the significance about money and you getting some of it.
That sounds good. I like
Yeah.
that. I did a few years ago. I got a map of Australia out, and I just closed my eyes and put my finger down. And I live in Melbourne. I ended up in WA.
Oh, really?
Yeah, small country town in WA, 3 hours south of Perth. Got in a car and just traveled across the country from Melbourne to WA. No plan, no money, not knowing anybody there. Just literally just went with where the finger landed.
Did it fulfill
And
anything? Like, do you believe
I
now
was
looking
there
back
for,
that it.
yeah. Look, I was there for 6 years, and
Oh, wow.
yeah, it just changed. It opened my eyes to one that I could do it, and two, just it almost made. It's like Australia's huge and it's massive, and it took 4 days to go across. But after doing it and after stopping in all the small towns, it almost feels small. Like it doesn't feel so scary and big like the land. It's like, and I've also done the same.
Right.
I've lived 3 years up in Port Douglas in Queensland, so it's kind of like once you start, like I'm someone who goes to the end. So it's kind of like once you do that, it's, yeah, it's weird concept where Australia is still big, it's still huge, but it feels small once you sort of go right to the end and come back.
Right, that's interesting.
Yeah, and you just see like there's so many Aboriginal towns around that you don't sort of see and how they live, and it just yeah, it's such a learning experience. Like it's like real cultural. You forget, and it's in your backyard. You don't realize people are living like
Yeah,
that,
that's
and
it.
and there's so many different rules. Like if you're on Aboriginal land, there's no government rules; it's their rules. So you got to
Yeah.
follow and respect. It's so yeah, it's such a definitely like something I recommend everyone doing. Um,
Wow. You've
I
inspired
just
me. Maybe I will.
yeah, I want to do the whole country. I want to do a bit, but I actually want to actually I'll talk to you privately about it.
Okay.
I don't want to make it public because then some will steal the idea.
Okay.
Um, Kim has said, thanks. I had a crystal healing today, so I'm all the heart this Arvo. Well, I'm single. I would love a new beginning in the home front.
Perfect. It's on its way. Definitely
And
on
then
its way.
Andrew has responded, that's amazing. And yeah, I do want to travel and be a free spirit. We'll just talk about it. And have been thinking about going for something else later in the year. Maybe thanks again. So
Awesome,
definitely,
Andrew. Go get yours. You deserve it.
yeah, get out there. That's the Christmas message for today.
Yeah.
All right, so guys, remember no mediumship questions. If you do, your questions are coming in thick and fast. So thank you for that. I don't need to remind you on how to do that, but just in case, like and share and add your question. If you do want a detailed reading with one of our online psychics over the phone at psychictvinternational.com, we currently have Amazing Grace available on pin 9888, Jennifer on pin 9142, Nellie Norm Baker on pin 9810, and Psychic Sandy also available on 9108 if you would like a detailed reading over the phone. If you would like a reading with me tonight, you can ask. Just put my name in the comments with your question so I know that it's me you want the reading for. Otherwise, it'll go to Psychic D, just like Kathy has asked. Just wonder what you see in store for me in the new year. Can you see me moving house?
All right, Kathy. Look at that gorgeous puppy in that photo. Yes. I do see you moving, but more so if you need resources or some type of help or assistance to do so, that's more predominant for me right now. I think you're going through a bit of an ego death as well. They're giving some advice. I wouldn't meddle in other people's affairs or something. So I don't know whether other people include you in their affairs or you try to help, but they don't take your advice or something weird like that. So that's totally random. But there's something about you setting up something just for yourself, Kathy. So they just heard you creating your own empire. So this could be an energy of, and this is why it's hard sometimes to get for me because I read energy, but there's something that you've always wanted to do and to accomplish that's of your own. And if it's a hobby into a little business or anything like that, Spirit said the resources or the funds are going to come in for you to do that. And there's definitely a new house coming in that's attached to it as well. So they just really want you to start taking care of yourself, mothering yourself, nurturing yourself. And I just heard leave the past behind. So yeah, whatever this is, it's new. It's new, 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 new. So you've got something new coming in. It's very significant. But if you're worried that you don't have the resources to do whatever this is, the resources are coming in for you to do it. So you don't have to sort of stay in that internal battle for much longer. That just made
Perfect.
sense.
Yeah, it did to me, so I'm sure it did as well.
Oh, cool.
This
That
one's
was
going
a
to be an
bit
interesting.
octopusy
Yeah,
energy
yeah,
to me.
no, but that's probably the energy too as well. So it's kind of you read on based on what you pick up as well.
Yeah.
This question will be an interesting one. So this is actually for both of us. So I'm
Ooh.
thinking we can either pull a card each or just do like a little bit each.
Yep.
But anyway, this is Anna. She has asked for both of us. Is there any chance of just having some guidance from you and Miss D, just a little bit from each? What do you guys see for me?
Cool. Do you want to go first? Heads or
Yeah,
tails?
I'll go first. I'm just going to pull out a card and
Okay.
then elaborate a little bit on the energy that I get.
Yeah.
there's a few things going on around you. I don't know if you're feeling,
Mm.
Anna, a bit kind of, the word clustered keeps coming to mind. So I don't know if you're feeling just a bit like taking on too much or saying yes too much. There we go. I was waiting for a card to flip out, which is interesting because usually the longer it takes, it's because there's things going on around you. Anyway, you've had the Seven of Earth card come out for you. Um, this card talked about like unnecessary worry. There might be a bit of a pause in your current situation at the moment. I just feel like with the earth around you at the moment and the number seven over the next maybe 7 weeks or even like 7 days, it could be I'm going to say days actually, because we're coming into Capricorn season, which is earth. So I feel like over the next sort of week with you, Anna, um, whatever needs to happen or whatever you've got going on, they're sort of saying there's just a bit of a pause at the moment, but it's because you just need to kind of maybe breathe or do some decluttering because the cluttering word keeps coming up for me. So maybe take this time to sort out what it is you need to sort out, um, so we can kind of reap the rewards and success that's coming over the next week or so. Psychic D?
I totally back you up and agree with you there, because I feel like I need to say, once you make a judgment call in your life, and it could be as simple as I choose to wake up feeling better and better and better tomorrow, or yeah, I just feel like I want to take my life back in some way. But karmic justice is actually going to go in your favor, Anna, to some degree. There's more finances, and I get the same thing every time I do the lives. The same, I seem to say the same thing because like attracts like, but there's some sort of financial windfall that's coming into the family. But I think the biggest message for you at the moment is to trust your intuition, especially because I feel like there is kind of elusive type energy around you. So these are energies that offer false promise, or they're not backing up their words, actions with words, or words with actions. Yeah, there's something that's getting me in my mental space. But I can tell you now that if you're wanting to shift work or tap into a new type of career next year, then that's definitely on the cards. There's more money, more value, more flow coming into the home financially. And this could be legal. I personally choose not to predict on legal or medical stuff. That's just a responsibility I don't want. But yeah, this is definitely either legal justice or karmic justice.
Yeah.
So
And that's exactly what I got. It's like the next I keep getting the number seven, so I feel like over the next 7 days is a good time to just stop, reflect, remove what
yeah,
needs to be removed, so we can get these sort of rewards that are coming. Yeah, and it's definitely within the Earth season. So because I work
yeah.
very much on the zodiac and astrology, so they're referring to me. This is all happening around the Earth time, and Capricorn. It's either starts today or it starts tomorrow, but it's like happening now and it lasts until mid-Jan. So you've got between now and the timeframes we've given you to do what it is you need to do to start reaping those rewards that will come for the rest of next year for you.
I've been saying and channeling the same thing for my collective over on YouTube. All we need to do at the moment is just ride out the rest of the year, especially till probably mid-January. So that's spot on, because I see most people getting in their physical hands the manifestations around February, March.
Yeah, perfect. And I just double checked my little notes. Capricorn season starts tomorrow. So we're still in Saggy, which is fire, and that ends today. And then we've got Capricorn that starts tomorrow, which is Earth, to take us out for the rest of the year. What
Right.
speaking of what you've just said about the energy in this, what can we expect for next year on an
I
energetic
ha-
level?
I think the energetic frequencies of next year are actually going to be amazing. But it's more so going to be amazing and more productive for people should they choose to go with their ascension and choose to live a more law of attraction based lifestyle, or a spiritualist, or just have a faith system. Those who are still kind of monitoring what's happening in the world and what's going on, and speaking of injustice and all that, they may have a bit of a tougher time. I'll probably just look like a fool saying this, that it's going to be a great year because we're all still creators, but energetically, vibrationally, and I've even been predicting that real estate will get better next year as well. So people,
I back you up on that one. I don't know why I got
hey,
that because my mum runs a real estate company, so I got first-hand information. And she said there's a lot like real estate's going to boom next year. So if
Yeah,
you're waiting
that's
to
why everyone's
sell,
trying to get
like
in
next year,
now.
yeah. No, real estate's really going to take off next year.
Yeah.
But it's like too, and I read this, I don't know where I read this or what I saw, but every time there's a global pandemic, there hasn't been that many in the history of Earth, but there's been a couple. And there's always a theme after a global pandemic where we go through a Great Depression, a recession, which is what we've been going through for some time. And then we come out of that and the opposite starts to happen. And I really feel like even though it usually takes a bit longer than, say, 4 or 5 years, next year is like we're coming out of this recession, this Great Depression, we're coming out of it.
Mike got chills from head to bottom. Couldn't agree with you anymore. And that's why if anybody can find mentors, coaches, be influenced, get greater perspectives, it will work in your favor, no matter how bad and off the beaten track you feel you are right now. It's going to be great. So you just got to line your energy up with it.
Yeah, and just have a bit of patience and faith.
Okay.
It will, yeah, we're coming out of the Great Depression. That's how I see it.
That's perfectly. Yeah, that's an excellent way of saying it.
Um, so Alyssa would just like a general read for the next chapter for her.
All right, Alyssa. More money. um, um, there's a significance with the masculine. I don't know whether this masculine is around you. I feel like they are, but I don't know whether you like to shop from the nice part of the store, because they're showing me Louis Vuitton and Gucci and all sort of brands that I have no idea about. There's something you're either going to line up with a bit of wealth where you can buy yourself something like that, or whether that's the lifestyle you live now. There's definitely a masculine attached to that type of lifestyle. So the Gucci, I don't even know what title you'd even put on it. Look, I'll say it. You've either got a work opportunity or a romantic opportunity coming in for you with someone who's very financially stable, and they love to, shopping is their love language, you know what I mean? Spending money on their loved ones is their love language. Spoiled, overseas travel, more overseas travel. I feel like I'm a Kardashian in this energy. It's like, go, Alyssa, can we come with you? There's something significant with this masculine energy that's coming in for you. And I really can't pick. It could be both. Could be both love and work. There's something about you leveling up and being able to shop from the nice part of the store. Yeah,
That's
Gucci.
not a Gucci.
And I just had Canterbury as well. Canterbury. So I don't know whether that's significant to you. I know that's a brand, Canterbury brand, but it could be the place as well.
Let us know in the comments, definitely.
Yeah.
I like that. That was yeah, I like that reading. Anna has given us. I was reading and speaking at the same time, trying to multitask. Anna has
That's all
said,
right.
Michael, you're spot on because I'm a yes girl, and thank you to Miss D. Oh my God, I'm mind blowing. Thank you so much. I'm just going to focus on myself.
Good girl. That's the way.
Yeah. Oh, here we go. Alyssa's given you feedback already. Definitely don't have a luxury lifestyle, never have. I have a partner and is very stable. The only thing I can put it down to would be possible going to Bali in January, but I'm still unsure whether or not maybe some fake Gucci.
Well, it could be. It could be too. You don't know this masculine energy. So it could be a boss. It could be just
Could be anything,
remember,
yeah.
just remember I said this tonight, in the next 3 months especially.
And that's the thing too. A lot of people can't always put a finger on or connect to what we're saying sometimes, but then because it hasn't happened yet, and then a little bit down the track, they're like, "Oh my God!" Like I didn't believe them at this stage because I didn't think it was going to happen, and then it's like totally happened. So spirit works in very, very mysterious ways. Let's not forget that.
Exactly. And I'm a bit different because I'm reading energy. I'm not necessarily reading tarot cards. Like they're a tool to help me keep it specific, but I'm picking up on the person's energy. So sometimes that can be tricky.
Yeah.
All over the place.
A few psychics have said that about real estate. So
Woo!
yeah, definitely. Yeah, just in general. I mean, as we said before, like I said, coming out of that sort of depression, it's definitely um, there's a lot happening next year.
And just the
Um,
consciousness. I actually channeled a message a couple of days ago. I can't remember where I was, where or yeah, whatever who it was for. But Spirit wanted to congratulate all the light workers. They wanted to put their hands together and said, it may not look like you've made much of a dent or a difference, but you really have. The level of consciousness, it has risen dramatically. And because of that, that's why 2025, they're singing me that song, We're Walking on Sunshine.
yeah,
It will feel like that, even if it doesn't feel like that right now.
yeah, exactly. Caroline just wants to know what's happening for 2025 for her.
All right. Oh, you're going through a spiritual ascension? Absolutely. You're going to be victorious in something, Carolyn. Spirit just literally said, "What if you're going through something right now? Please stand your ground, like stand on business." There is something that needs to be released, though, from your energy, or maybe you just have released somebody or something from your life. If you have and you feel like it's a loss, Spirit is saying it's not a loss, you're being redirected somewhere else. You actually have a new emotional offer that's going to come in unexpectedly for you in the next couple of months. Because I feel like I want to say winner, winner, chicken dinner. So try to let down your guard a little bit, let down your walls, and yeah, just keep saying stand your ground. This could be in relation to how you get a little bit of money as well, extra money into the home. But follow your intuition more so, because they just said to me, for you, the better you feel, the better things will get. So yeah.
Perfect. Diane has asked for me. I can share. Can I have a reading, Michael? Sure, you definitely can. Let me. Whoa, cards didn't waste any time. That one couldn't come out quick enough. The card, literally, the card that jumped out is release. I don't know if you can see that, but it just says release. They are talking about transformation, end of a difficult situation, time to move on. It's a bit of a theme that goes on around at the moment. I feel like the next 4 weeks for you. Um, I don't know if you're I don't know if you're going away or you need to go away, but I get a vacation coming up in the next 4 weeks. So if you've got nothing booked in or planned at this stage, don't be surprised between now and sort of the next 4 weeks that's going to change for you. Because I am really getting the sense that I just need to get away. I need to go away for a bit. I need to just, I don't know, to clear my head or just to relax or just to maybe find myself again or maybe all the above. I don't know if you meditate. I can't stand meditating, but I do a different form of meditating. People always think that meditation is like sitting with your legs crossed and hum, to some music. That's the sort of cliche version of meditation, but taking a shower, going for a walk, having some quiet time alone, that's all. Meditation is basically just being alone and with yourself, basically. So I meditate when I'm in the shower, I cleanse, and that's how I meditate. So the reason why I'm saying that and giving that example, because I don't know if you're someone that could meditate like me. I don't know if you have the patience for that, but they are referring to doing some meditation will help provide some answers for you. So what that means is just spend some time alone, which is why I feel like this vacation, because they wanted me to use the word vacation, is coming up for you in the next 4 weeks, because that's going to be a form of meditation for you to just really sort out what it is that you really want to do. I'm not getting any sort of negativities or any like, oh, I'm out of the crossroads or I'm lost or anything like that. I just feel like I just need a bit of a break. I know we all do at this stage, but with you, I think it's coming and it's like the answers are coming, but stop trying to force something that can't happen. Just let it happen naturally and don't get frustrated or impatient about that. Just let it happen. Let it happen naturally. You will get the answers, but the next 4 weeks are really going to provide that for you. So I hope that
Mm.
helps. So thank you for that. And I'll give you one more question before we I was trying to think of a Christmas reference, but I couldn't think of one before we leave. I was trying to think of like some Christmas sleigh Santa reference, but it's my brain's already switched off for the night. It's gone, nah, you've done enough.
Yeah,
Uh,
I can't think of any mind anyway.
um, everyone's wishing us a Merry Christmas, so thank you for that and all the wishes that
Ah,
we're getting. Um,
Merry Christmas to you all too.
Yeah, definitely. I'm just going to give you, Kathy, just what you see for the next 6 months. Oh, she does actually say, "Does Glenn miss me?" But what can you see for the next 6 months?
There's actually a possibility of you guys reconciling here, because I feel like he's going to take a leap of faith and come in and apologise. The question is it too late? No. Um, yeah, Spirit would just love for you to just. He does miss you. To answer your question, he does miss you. I do feel there's some type of reconciliation. I'll just say, be mindful that it's not the same experience than what you've experienced in that connection before. So I don't know whether Glenn thought the grass might be greener and found out it wasn't and wants to come back. Just be mindful of that. I'm not saying that that's what happened, but yeah. Yeah, I'm going to say that Glenn does miss you, but I feel like there's someone new for you too, because I feel like you need someone who's a little bit more emotionally vulnerable and emotionally available and all that sort of stuff. So, yeah, Glenn does miss you. It's going to be up to you what you do with that based on what Spirit just said. Kathy?
Look, I think that says everything, really.
Yeah.
Um, Perfect. Okay, so thank you so much for this random Christmas off script type night. If you can leave with any general advice or tips coming into the new year for everyone watching, what would you say?
I would say just let the next couple of weeks just ride out. Try to get as mindful as you can. Um, I would have higher expectancy moving forward. Don't expect specific things, but expect things just to get better and better and better, because they are. And I would really encourage everyone over the next few weeks, especially, is to keep moving your energy. Try not to sit still, stay stagnant, get caught in your head, heart, emotions, or anything like that. Keep moving, keep circulating your energy, because you're going to free up energetic space for this good stuff to come in for you. So. But 2025 is going to be much better, I promise you.
Oh, it's yeah. Everyone's been saying it, so I'm really looking forward to
Yeah.
welcoming it, basically.
Yeah.
Thank you
Excellent.
so much for your time tonight.
You're
It's been
welcome.
fun.
It's great to work with you. And Merry Christmas, everyone.
Yeah, Merry Christmas.
Have
So thank
fun.
you. I'm sure we'll see you on here very soon.
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks,
All right.
guys.
Bye.
Bye.
And thank you to everyone that has watched tonight. Harry is back next week, so regular broadcasting will resume next week. So Harry is on. He's got a special show, so he's doing a solo show. He'll have a guest psychic, bit like tonight, but he's just doing a one-on-one next week as well. So definitely, if you enjoyed tonight's theme and structure, you've got that again next week with Harry. And that'll be our last show for the year, which pretty much that's it. There's no more Thursdays after next week, so that kind of makes sense. So thank you to everyone that's watched tonight. It is Christmas next week, and as we spoke earlier today in the show, don't try not to stress too much. Christmas can be a difficult time for a lot of people, but it doesn't need to be hard. It doesn't need to be difficult. At the end of the day, if you are spending it with family, if you are spending it alone, treat it as just another day. You would do the same that you would any other day. Don't let the commercialized in society of Christmas try and bring you down. Treat yourself if you are spending it alone, and just enjoy what you can. It doesn't have to be a tough time. But if you are celebrating, have a Merry Christmas, have a safe Christmas, and we'll see you back next week. Thank you so much for tonight. I've enjoyed hosting tonight. I am back in a few weeks with Harry. Until then, yeah, have a wonderful New Year and Christmas.